And you're like, okay, I want to look like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
¿Viene?
dude,
Y está
dude's
toda
already-
bien. Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh,
¿Dónde puedo comprar ese cuerpo?
El Omar, what he has is if he sees something like of a
Oh, wire me this amount of money.
Yeah.
Wire.
yeah, it's a
Especially
lot
in
of
Y,
a-
money.
y luego cuando vas al banco and you put in that wire and they're like, we are not responsible for
Yeah.
this wire transfer.
No, and also they tell you like they kept asking like why are you saying so much money
Oh,
over
yeah.
there? And for the viewers, if you guys see Omar on my lap, it's just I don't know why he keeps scooting this way, dude. So just giving you a heads up on that. There's nothing going on here. It's just he likes to be really close to me. Sorry, you want Adrian?
No, yeah.
I think we lose the essence of that because that's a great point you point. Sometimes we're capable of doing things, but sometimes I don't know if it's doubt in yourself or what the case may be, but having a spouse that supports you and just kind of pushes and drives you like, hey, you're humble as fuck.
Why not?
Yeah, es un asqueroso tú, coño. Welcome back, and welcome back again to the #1 Latino podcast in the world. I'm Memo,
I'm Omar.
and this is the Why Podcast.
Why, bro?
Why not, Carnelio? Why not?
If you're a new viewer, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and most important, make sure you turn on your notification.
Ding.
We post every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Yeah.
We haven't missed. We don't plan on missing, and we're not going to miss.
Okay.
Without further ado.
So before you get to my intro, now then, oh, I just hear your name. Well, I'm blocking him out. But you cannot see him, right? Because he's gonna edit this, so you can't see him sitting down right there. But I'm gonna let Omar take it away with his little intro.
Oh, so what? Yes. So you guys might be looking at us like, damn, why are they so close? Well, You know what? I don't want to be close. Just his weight tips me over to his side like
You
this.
see what I'm saying? Dude?
So I'm trying to. If you guys see me as moving to the right, it's because of him. Not only that,
Yeah.
we do have a guest today.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We do have a guest. He's a business owner now. He just started his business. He was
Alright.
one of those American businessmen that decided to say, you know what, I'm just gonna start my business.
That's good.
So he started his business. His name is business TPM, right? APM.
APM.
Wait, what is it?
APM.
APM.
You know what? I want to apologize, Omar.
APM.
I want to apologize for Omar because I don't know what's going on. He's a little. He say he coughed twice. and
I
he seemed
sneezed
to-
3 times today this
So
morning.
he's
my
not
day's
feeling
been off
himself.
already. But without further ado, he's a friend of ours. We met him through Ugo. You guys remember Ugo? He's been here. But yeah, his name's Adrian. Everybody,
Welcome, Adrian.
back.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Yes,
Adrian.
thank you guys for having
How does
me.
he sound? How does he sound so far with the mic?
You're good.
I'm
Just
good.
get closer.
Yeah?
Just get
A
closer.
little bit closer?
Yeah.
Like almost touching?
Yeah, almost. If you
Kind
want.
of, bro.
It's
Kind of.
Yeah,
kind of.
look. I think you have to get. I mean, you'll get used to it,
No,
bro.
yeah.
As we go. But
Alright, bro.
I want to thank you again for your time.
No,
For
thank
coming
you guys
in.
for having me.
I know a lot of people are kind of shy with the shy camera, but I think it's good. So you can talk about your business, how you started and everything. So
Yeah, I
Omar, you want?
Yeah. So what's your business about, bro?
No, well, pues, para empezar, I was going to tell you, it's APM.
APM.
Son mis iniciales. So
Okay.
It's Adrian, last name Mendez, pero middle name Peter.
Okay.
So
Wait, your middle name's
yeah,
Peter?
it's Peter. Not Pedro, Peter.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, so I don't know why my parents, I guess when my mom was pregnant, había una novela o algo y que había uno que se llamaba Pedro. I don't know what the hell they decided, but they decided to do it Peter in English.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
know that. That's
No,
the
well,
first.
well, yeah, y luego poco a poco, like in high school, middle school, like my friends would know me as Adrian, y luego they would find out, oh, your name's Peter,
Peter.
and they would call me Peter. A veces.
Wait, how
Like,
do you feel?
so
How do you
fucking around.
how do you feel about the name though? You like it or you like
Dude, it's like, it's my name.
It's
now,
been-
you know,
yeah.
like yeah, I don't fucking love it, but it's my
That's
name.
cool. I didn't know
So, yeah.
that.
So like my dad tenía mesas y sillas, and he would always put his initials, all three.
Okay.
So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh,
At
that's cool.
APM, I used ChatGPT. I created a little stencil.
Nice.
And but ya las empecé. I fucking went through all my tables and chairs. I freaking
Spray
got the logo
paint
on them, and so yeah, pues así quedó. It was originally gonna be Mendez Party Rentals, pero como hice el logo and I was already spraying them, I was like,
Might as well
okay,
keep it.
might as well change it, you know?
So what are the type of services that you're gonna start offering? Well, you start offering because you started already,
No,
right? You got
Let's first start off. What exactly you do? What is the service?
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I mean-
As of right now, it's party rentals. You know?
Okay.
So we do tables, chairs, manteles, canopies, all that stuff. And so, yeah, well, I started out because it's cool to go into why I started
Yeah,
out.
for sure.
for sure.
So, basically, right now I work Monday through Friday, had my weekends free and not too much to do. And so me and my girl, well, my fiance, we're gonna get married soon. So I had been telling her like, I should start a business. Like, I have so much free time right now because compared to my previous job, I was working like 60 hours plus. I felt like I had no time. Now I have a bunch of time. I was like, we should start doing something. Y mi papá, pues, era del, he's like del pensar de, oh, well, you always need tables and chairs. So he already had some.
Okay.
He had like 50, 60 chairs. He had like 10 tables. And I was like, pues, si compro, I don't have to buy so many. He already has lonas too. So I fucking bought tables, chairs. My dad has some carpas. And so, yeah. So we started maybe 3 weeks ago. And so far, it's been going good. And little by little, we're going to start expanding. Maybe eventually get jumpers.
Okay.
Maybe, what else? Oh, yeah, jumpers and water slides is probably the go-to. Maybe some draping as well. A lot of people do the draping.
Oh,
the
yeah,
curtains.
yeah.
Is that the ones that you go like from?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have a friend, un compa, I worked at Northgate, and he started doing that as well. He started doing tables and chairs, and I was talking to him today, actually. I was asking him, do you do the draping? And he was like, yeah. Y me mandó su página. And because I told him, I was like, some people have asked me, and I mean, we don't do that. We don't have it yet. Pero para mandártelos a ti. And so, yeah. So eventually, maybe if it starts getting bigger and bigger, pues ahí vamos a acabar.
That's awesome,
my
man.
girl también, she does backdrops and the balloon garlands, or I believe they're called. So I help her out with those setups. She helps me out with my rentals, and we always share each other's pages and stuff.
Oh, that's
like that.
cool.
So,
What's her
yeah.
plug in there? What's her
yeah, I
plug
was
in?
about to plug. So mine is gonna be APM Rentals on Instagram, and hers is gonna be Blooming Ever After.
Okay,
So,
cool. That's awesome, dude.
So go ahead and give us a follow for tables and chairs. Everything I've seen, we're on the cheaper side of things in the Norwalk, Downey area.
Okay.
Free local delivery, and yeah, like I said, we're starting out. So I told her, I was like, I'm gonna put them a little bit lower because I'd rather have them rent out and be busy every weekend and actually have some sort of income
Yeah.
than have them higher up. We don't have a client base. We're not gonna get rentals. Si yo cobro igual que otro, and he has a longer time in business, he's gonna get the
Yeah, of course,
client,
yeah.
So that's what
That's
we kind of
awesome,
did to
dude.
stand out.
That's really good, bro. So here's my question, bro. What made you do it, bro?
Well, I've always wanted.
I know you talked about having a lot of free time,
Yeah.
but it's one thing of like we should do it,
Yeah.
and we're already doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think I've always since I was little, since I'm gonna get deep. Nah. No, but since I have such a big gap between me and my siblings, I know it sounds kind of dumb, but my sister, the youngest one, is 6 years older than me. So I was always a little bit more independent, because it's almost like I grew semi like an
By
only
yourself?
child,
Okay, cool.
So I think because of that, when I was growing up, I did always want to be eventually I would want to have my own business. I would want to have my own house, kind of be independent.
Yeah.
So I think it's that, knowing that you're your own boss. Obviously, this is a side hustle right now, but maybe eventually one day it will be a full-time thing. And my hope, God willing, my business will grow and me puedo dedicar a eso, and I could be my own boss. So I think it's more so that,
Yeah.
it's the free time, and it's something that I would want to get to that end goal anyways. So why not,
Oh, yes, Adrian. So you mentioned that. So you don't want that as a main income.
Yeah, well,
business,
whether
right?
it's this or something else, I've always wanted to be some sort of business owner.
Okay, cool.
And it's more so this was a means to an end.
That's good.
This was easy to do, but I don't know, maybe I'll end up doing some other sort of business.
Yeah, of
But
course.
for right now, this was what was kind of attainable and at arm's reach. So
Okay.
that's what
That's
what I
awesome.
went with.
That's good. So what? So you just woke up and you're like, I'm gonna do it today.
No, well, I had been telling my girl actually for a while. There's November of last year, so almost a year ago. I had told her, I was like, you know what, that's my New Year's resolution. We were talking, whatever, and poco a poco, months go by. You're like, oh, not this month, maybe next month, and then poco a poco, and then finally, after our engagement, I was like, you know what, I got to do it already, and she pushed me too, because my girl también is similar. She's really driven, goal driven,
That's
and we
good,
have
bro.
similar goals. So she kind of, she just me apoyó, pues, and she kept asking me hey, when are you gonna do that?
Sometimes we need that, bro.
No,
Sometimes
yeah, you do.
I think we lose the essence of that because that's a great point you point. Sometimes we're capable of doing things, but sometimes I don't know if it's doubt in self, in yourself, or what the case may be, but having the spouse that supports you and just kind of pushes and drives you, like, hey, you know what, why aren't you doing it? Just do it. Like, what's the least that can happen? You know what I mean? Or just try it out. I know you've been wanting to do it. Do it. Go ahead and do it. And that little insistence of someone else telling you to do it, you eventually do it. You know, it's like, oh, let me just make that jump. Like, why not? Why am I doing that? You know?
No, yeah, because like you said, it's a little bit of self-doubt. Porque te pones en mente, like, what if I spend, hundreds or thousands y no se rentan?
Yeah.
Like, and I just have these sitting here. Like, what if that happens,
Mm-hmm.
You start thinking little things like that, and then just kind of push it off.
Okay.
And then, it's good to have that someone to just be like, hey,
Reminding you.
what's going on with this? And I do the same thing with her. She's in school for nursing.
Okay.
And so she does online school. So like she has due dates on Wednesdays and Sundays. And so I'll remind her sometimes. I'll be like, hey, like it's Wednesday. Like, did you
finish
up?
Yeah.
Because her school has a cool policy where like I think you could turn stuff in late.
Okay.
And it's just like a certain percentage docked. It's mucho. It's like 1% or something like that. So a veces es fácil decir, oh, well, I can't turn it in today, but I'll turn it in tomorrow, and it's 1%. So like me too. I'll be like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? And I think it's just you're feeding off each other. Like I push her, she pushes me. So
that's good, man.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I wanted to kind of pick off your brain here. One of the things that I have like doubts, at least for myself, self-doubts. And I told this to Memo a few years back. It's having a business, bro, that relies a lot on clientele, like customer service and some type of like service. Not necessarily service, but for example, you guys have to provide like balloons and backdrops and have to meet those like locations at a certain time before the party starts. So one of those things was my biggest fear, because one thing about people is like you're never gonna keep them happy, regardless, right? And it's just like for me, bro, going into a business like that, just anybody, if I could do just anything with clientele, at times, bro, so much pressure. Cause even my wife, she'll do she'll do baking.
Yeah.
And then she'll start telling me like, no, what if I do it wrong? What if they don't like what I like? And stuff that you're just like, oh, that's true. Like, cause I'll be motivating her too, but then she'll tell me why she wouldn't want to do it. And I'm like, that is true, like maybe some people like something else and you like, Yeah. And it's kind of like, so have you gone through those stages too, or?
I mean, I think it's like a thought. Luckily, like I said, we're starting out, so we haven't really had like clients that like, are rude or anything like that yet, or even like where we mess up, something like we tell them, oh, we're gonna be here at this hour and we're not, something like that. We haven't had that yet, but I get it. I mean, I've worked like fast food, for example, where people come and they're just never gonna be happy, bro. Whatever you do, they come in a bad mood, y lo que les des, they're gonna be pissed off.
Yeah.
So I think like it's literally just, I know it sounds corny, but like just doing your best and trying to be like a good person and a good business owner, operate I guess ethically, like they say. So like yesterday, por ejemplo, llegamos in Whittier con unos americanos, and they had rented some tables and chairs, and they had said I think after 6, but we had a balloon garland to do, and we were behind. And sorry, it was in La Mirada, so we did the balloons in Whittier, and we didn't get to them till like 9. We didn't tell them we were going to be there at 6. They just said after 6. But, it was late.
Yeah.
And so we were kind of like, we set everything up. They weren't rude or anything like that, but we forgot. We left. They paid me. And we were getting in the car. And my girl asked me, she's like, did you say, like, sorry for being late? And I was like, shit, I didn't. I was like, did you? She's like, no. And then I counted the money, and they owed us, they paid us basically like $15 more than what they owed us because they had already given a deposit. And I was like, oh shit, they overpaid us. I was like, let me get down, I got down. I told them, I was like, hey, like I was counting, like, and I saw that you guys already gave the deposit. You guys overpaid us. And they were like, no, don't worry, like it's tip. And I was like, oh, $15 is pretty good.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you. And then I took that chance. I was like, hey, we didn't say it, but sorry. We were late because we were doing balloon garden. I was like, my fiance has a negocio where she does that. And they're like, oh, really? And like they were asking, what's her Instagram, this and that.
That's awesome.
And so like, I think those customers are going to make up for the ones that are rude,
Of course.
Like if you're operating good and are a good person, like you were saying that I'm very polite.
Yeah, you're very respectful.
If you're like that, te va a abrir puertas, and the people who are just gonna be assholes, like you probably don't want their business
Exactly,
anyways. You know,
yeah.
like if somebody's gonna be an asshole, why are you gonna keep going back to them if every time it's gonna be stressful? You know?
Yeah.
That is true. Maybe that's what we have with our closed doors, because we're a bunch of assholes, bro. Yeah.
Yes.
No, I
Speak
mean
for-
I can be
speak
with
for
my
yourself,
friends, you
dude.
know, but with somebody who's gonna be paying me and is paying me
Yeah.
for a service, like
Yeah.
okay,
Bro, yeah, I think that's a big fear. I don't know how you feel, but that's a big fear, bro. Like,
N-
if somebody like, hey, you know what, I didn't like it. Because, bro, there's customers out there that they like to be perfectionist, way.
oh yeah,
Like, they want things to be on point. The chairs need to be wiped down, clean. I mean, obviously, you're going to do that, right?
yeah,
But there's, I don't know, maybe a little dust was there
Yeah.
or whatever. He dirty somebody's dress, and it's kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's things that you
yeah.
just,
So what I try to do is like things like that. Like I try to look at the chairs. I don't wipe them all down, but if one's dirty, I'm not gonna complain to the customer and be like, "Hey, you guys left this one dirty," unless it's like really, really bad. And
Yeah.
I'll just wipe them down and put them away. But like I said, nobody's not. There's always gonna be people that are unhappy or perfectionists, and like you guys did the grupo. Like I'm sure you guys had plenty of experiences where people were.
you know what, bro? I think that's a little bit different because I feel like the grupo, they were just they had like a vibe, like they were
yeah,
known
yeah.
for that type of vibe.
Mhm.
So I don't think they expected them to be like respectful. Not I don't know. I
Also,
don't say
yeah,
respectful,
hold
but it
on.
was more like because like the stigma they had was like, oh, vienen y van a tirar puro pinche
Desmadre.
desmadre. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And people love that too.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of the people, a lot of the clientele they had, they were like, dude, they're gonna come and they're just gonna make my party like
Yeah.
the party.
Yeah.
You know
Talking
what I mean?
talking about that. So how we met Adrian, so his brother hired us the grupo
Oh, that's right.
to play at I think your niece's
Daughter, yeah, my niece, the oldest one.
how
It was
wait,
her- I think it was her baptism.
okay, yeah, so she was they hired us for her baptism that they had in their house.
And you baptized, right?
No.
Wasn't you and your sister? Both
No,
of you guys
it wasn't.
baptized? Oh no,
No tengo una
your
foto
other
con mi-
brother.
I tengo una foto con his son. I have it on my Instagram, so that's probably why it looks like I was baptized.
Oh,
It
okay.
wasn't me. No, but yeah, the first one was Juliet, se llama, my
Yeah,
niece.
yeah,
I think it was her baptism.
I think so too. She was like, I
Yeah.
think we all
or it
carried
might have
her.
been her first birthday. Actually,
Yeah, I think she was really small for sure.
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
so
yeah,
now when
yeah.
I see her,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
she's so big. But so that's how we met Adrian. Well, I guess after that party, Hugo started talking to your.
Well, actually, no. So what happened?
It was the second one. The second time. The
second
second
one.
time.
Ah,
I
okay,
like,
got them for. It was one of her birthdays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Y luego como al año más o menos or so.
Baptized for
She
Jordan.
Huh?
There was a baptism, no, or no?
Yeah, I think that the second one was my nephew's baptism.
Ah, okay, yeah.
And yeah,
it
I think I don't know the details, but I think Hugo had noticed her since the first party,
Yeah.
and so they started talking. And after the second party, well, they started dating,
Okay.
and then yeah, that's where we all met.
Yeah. So that's how you met Adrian, because obviously, Sue brother contacted us, and now his sisters with one of our
It's how-
friends.
it's how- yeah. Point is that his family was actually one of the clients that we had with Grupo Acme.
Yeah.
And they kept getting you guys got them maybe like 2 guys or 3
Well,
times.
speaking of picky clients, actually, do you now remember? I think it was the first party que mi tío los regañó.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember.
Yeah,
I
bro.
think so.
Yeah, it was because of his phone. It was his phone.
My phone?
Yeah,
You guys
bro.
were taking a while. You guys weren't taking a while. Es que ese tío, he's a
Yes,
little-
güey.
he's
Se
a little
aprovecharon de
yeah,
los
he's a little special. I
15-minute
don't know,
breaks,
bro.
bro.
Pero que salió al driveway and he's like, ¿ya les pagaron? And you guys were like, sí. Okay, pues ya váyanse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he fucking kicked you guys out, bro.
I don't even recall.
That's how
But
that
I
tío
mean,
is, though. He,
yeah. It's just one of those tios, you gotta
Claro,
love,
that
you gotta
tío.
love the tios. But no, yeah. So going back to your business, Adrian. So what's the process? They give you a call, it's like, hey, I need X amount, 100 tables, 100 chairs, whatever can it be. So, I mean, I'm not asking how much your inventory, but have you ever had like a call so far that's you exceeding the inventory you have currently?
So as of right now, the way most of it goes, my fiance posted on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
I don't have a Facebook, but I'm probably gonna make one.
Okay.
Just because personally I don't like Facebook, but she's gotten a lot of rentals from there.
I think it's a age thing. I think most of the people like
that's
the
exactly what I was
older
thinking.
people.
tios
The
and the
older
tias.
demographic, the ones that actually
Yeah.
rent the tables and chairs
It's,
usually.
they're all on Facebook, dude.
Yeah.
Okay. That I would assume that too. So yeah,
That's what
you
I was
probably
thinking.
should do.
Yeah, and I mean I have my Instagram también.
Okay.
And so people will DM me and be like, hey, how much for 4 tables, whatever amount of chairs, and
Mhm.
I'll tell them, I'll ask them what city, If it's local, if it's over like $40, I just won't charge them delivery.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't hurt me. If it's like I've had a few that ask for like 15 chairs and 2 tables, it's not much. So
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
like, hey, I'm gonna either have to charge you delivery or order more. But yeah, they'll ask me. I'll tell them how much for what date, whatever. See if it's over $100, I ask for a 25% deposit.
Oh, that's
I
good.
write it down. I started my own calendar for my bookings, and I write down the information: how many tables, how much they've already paid, when I have to drop it off. And I mean, we're flexible on the. It's like, so if you want tables on a Saturday, we could deliver Friday night or Saturday. I mean, depending on what's going on in our life
Okay.
and obviously what's going on with the client.
For sure.
Pero nos acomodamos, and as of right now, I haven't had anybody exceed the inventory yet. I have one where I'm basically renting out everything that I have for November.
So in that case, Adrian, if you have like another client besides that, how will you? Well, I mean, obviously you probably say like, "Yeah, I'm already
Yeah.
booked for that day or whatever can it be."
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna see. Plan. I guess there's several ways I could go. Either it's go if I have enough time, go and buy more tables and chairs.
okay.
See if it's worth it.
Yeah.
Obviously. But if not, like I said, I have a buddy that does the same thing.
Okay.
I was talking to him today, and I was like, hey, also, if I have somebody asking for something that I can't provide, whether I'm already out of inventory or if it's just a service I don't do and he does, I'll send them his way.
That's good.
Yeah. And it's good. It's one of those people that you just meet. We worked together. We went out a couple times, like somos compas. We don't
Yeah.
see each other that often, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
started a negocio. I did too.
That's good.
Still have communication every once in a while,
That's
like
awesome.
on through Instagram DM. And so I was talking to him today, and I was like, oh, and he asked me too. He's like, oh, what's your page? Por si, he's like, this weekend I was already fully booked.
Oh, that's
People
cool,
were asking
bro.
me. He's like, pa mandártelo. And
Oh,
I
that's
was like,
awesome,
okay.
dude.
So
Two questions in one, bro.
Yeah.
Is there an additional type of service that you're looking forward or have planned on providing? And
yeah,
ultimately, what's a long term
Long-term.
goal?
yeah. I think the like most obvious one is gonna be jumpers, because they're the only thing is that they take up a lot of space.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I mean, it's an investment, And so, like I said, I'm looking to I'm not looking to. I'm gonna get married next November, so it's kind of like it's a really short term to recoup that money, and so maybe that money is better invested towards the wedding or invested in more tables and chairs,
course, yeah.
something like that.
Mhm.
So for the short term, probably not, but jumpers, the special chairs, so the resin chairs, like the fancier ones. Same thing with the mesas, round tables, and all of that. Manteles. We have already some manteles for the square. We have the rectangle 6-foot tables right now, but eventually we're gonna buy the 10-foot round tables. Same thing with the manteles. Right now, also another short-term thing that we might do is like silverware, all the silverware and glassware that they rent for parties. Bro, people rent them really expensive, and since we're trying to get married, we're looking at quotes and we're like, this is so expensive. It might be better if we just buy it for our own wedding,
Yeah.
and rent it out in the meantime. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
even if it's 1 or 2 rentals, like from here to then, it's probably still gonna be cheaper than if we rented it from somebody
Oh,
else.
that's good. See, I mean,
And then,
even little. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
so short term, it's gonna be things that we add that are also gonna be used for our wedding.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's smart.
So
That's
like
very smart.
I posted recently, we bought the big the ollas de barro, so like big ollas for food serving.
Yeah, I think
right
that-
now
I think
they're
you're
pretty like trendy, on that like
Fiestas
that
Mexicanas and stuff like
Mexican
that.
TikTok
Yeah,
type
I seen
vibe.
them. I seen them.
And so we wanted those for we're getting married in a rancho, so we wanted those for our wedding, and so we went to go buy them, and I posted them. Right now we haven't rented them out yet, but I told her, I was like, "Pues si se rentan una o dos veces from here to then, it's some money, And so little by little expanding into that, basically anything that we're gonna be buying for our wedding, if we can rent it out, we're gonna start posting
That's awesome.
additional things. And something that might possibly I haven't. My girl has been the one that's been pushing for it more so than me, is catering. Because you guys you follow me on
Yeah,
Instagram.
yeah, yeah.
I like to cook. Like I like
You like
yeah, I
to
like-
grill,
I like to
smoke,
smoke.
and yeah, smoke.
And I just cooking in general. Like I'm a big guy. I like eating, but I like cooking too. So she's told me like, oh, maybe that's something we should do. Like I made birria for the first time like maybe 3 months ago, and I made it like a couple more times since then. And I mean, for being my first time, honestly, I thought it was fucking pretty good. And it's not too much work. So she was like, maybe something like that, like something that's really easy. You know, you make
Okay.
it the day before.
So yeah, so that was actually my question. After next was are you like looking into maybe expanding to maybe getting like a location too, like a venue, like is
Yeah,
that something in your
you know,
works? I mean,
it's
cause
funny actually. I maybe a couple years back, I had actually told my brother, I was like, you know what we should do? I was like, if we had the money, you know, if, but like buy a rancho out in like Corona or something like that.
yeah,
Even if it's like not the nicest rancho, fix it up a little bit and rent it out for parties. Like a lot of people, like I'm one of them. We looked for a rancho,
yeah, for sure.
for our party, and I was like, even if you don't have an actual house, but some sort of venue where you could do it, and like you guys, it's still pretty trendy and like and like with the grupos to record at ranchos and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was like, so little by little, you could start telling people, hey, like even if it's a little local grupo, like you guys want to record in my rancho, like for free, like you guys just bring the equipment, you guys record, and then as long as you get a little shout out, you start little by little things start trickling in.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, maybe one day have a venue that'd be really cool.
And
Honestly.
I'm only asking because I mean, when we were in groups, I would see how people be spending on big venues and so on. It's crazy, bro. I mean, Hugo got married in one of the
Yeah.
venues that we played before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. So the
Yeah.
venue he played in, which is a kind of funny story, story. So that guy hired us, and for some reason the DJ didn't show up to the wedding, dude. To the wedding. So this guy is like, hey, you know what? Kind of told like, hey, dude, I'm so sorry. Like, the DJ never showed up, bro. Like, is there any way you could kind of help us out with them? Like, dude, yeah. What do you need? Oh man, if you could just. And then I work with the lady, which is the coordinator there. Like, just gave me the list, and I'm here screaming. Hey, I kind of announced the people coming in, like
Okay.
the damas and how do you say the damos? I mean, how do you say the
It was for the wedding?
yeah, damas and the
I always say that too. Bridesmaids.
bridesmaids, yeah. Bridesmaids and the what's the other ones? The guys,
Groomsmen,
the groomsmen,
groomsmen,
yeah. So we actually helped them out, and I think they really enjoyed it how we brought them in because it was coming. They see us as ambiente, so we
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
made it fun in
I
that
remember.
way. And they were super happy to do that. They actually gave us like our additional tip that they were gonna initially give
Yeah.
the DJ. And as we're talking, dude, the DJ shows up, bro.
Yeah.
The crazy part about that is I think they were friends, right? I
Yeah.
think they knew each other, but yeah, that guy was really. I mean, it's a wedding, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was
Oh.
really bothered. Like, hey, dude, like, what the hell? I was like, hey, I'm so sorry, dude. Like, I booked it wrong, or whatever the case may be. Happened.
I feel like that's worse, bro.
yeah, you
If
know
he
what
would
I
have said like my car broke down or something,
I don't know, dude,
like,
but
double
I
booking is pretty bad.
yeah, I think it's just one of those things that I'm pretty sure he didn't plan it, especially if you knew
Yeah.
that person. It's just things that happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of a side mark. But I was only asking about the venues because that's one of the things I was looking into as well. My little niece got married. My little niece she did her 15, and the venue basically provided everything, bro. Provided the food, the
lot of them have that
decor, the alcohol, like the DJ, like everything, bro. So it was like
it's a good business.
yeah, dude. So
The-
that's why I was asking you. I'm like, especially if you want to get close. I mean, into that thing. And for the viewers, if you guys see Omar on my lap, it's just I don't know why he keeps scooting this way, dude. So just giving you a heads up on that. There's nothing going on here. It's just
Yeah.
he likes to be really close to me. Sorry, you want to, Jane?
No, yeah. Maybe eventually. Like I said, if anything, it's more like this whole business. It's like a means to an end sort
Yeah.
of thing. Like at the end of the day, it's just a source of income.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not. Maybe if I were to get into like a venue, maybe I would be like way more passionate. About it.
Invested
But
for
it's
sure.
not like party rentals is my
Yeah,
passion.
yeah, yeah. No, of course, of course.
Yeah. So I mean, that's why I'm saying.
I'm
like,
only saying it because I know you and your. Sorry to cut you. I'm keep cutting you off, dude.
No, no worries.
I always do that. But since I think you guys have a powerhouse with your wife doing
Yeah, bro.
those decoration stuff, and you are here doing the rental, I think eventually maybe you should look into like they
No,
know what I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
for sure.
It's definitely like on the table.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think we're both pretty creative and like have an artistic side to us, So I think we mesh really well. Like, so if she tells me, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I can give her my actual feedback.
Yeah.
I don't gotta freaking be
Sugarcoating and stuff.
sugarcoating.
Yeah, yeah.
And same thing with her to me. Like, she'll tell me, "No, I don't like this," and we're experiencing that right now with our wedding.
Oh, that's good.
We're planning things out, and she'll be like, "Hey, I have this idea," and I'll tell her like, "Hey, I don't really like that."
Okay, cool.
So she gave me an idea the other day, and I kind of shut her down. I was like, you know what? Like, honestly, I don't like that idea. I was like, but let me think about it.
Okay.
Like, I'm not gonna shut you down. Like, let me think about it. And then, like, literally, like a day or two later, like I started seeing the vision, and I told her, I told her, I was like, you know what you were mentioning. I was like, you know what, I kind of like it. Like, yeah, let's do it.
That's
And
a
so,
good thing, bro. That's if anything, if you want to rise from like a perspective, I think that's the best way to go. I think it's a great thing you communicate. Communication is probably the best key ever, right? And obviously, like what you did, instead of saying like, ah, hell no, that's dumb. Like think about it. Like, you know what? Let me think about it. And if maybe you think about it, you're still in the same I guess boat, or same in your same I guess pensamiento. Maybe do it for her. Say like, okay, if you want to do it, if you really want to do
Yeah.
it, just give it to
a
her.
lot
Like,
of it is like that, you know,
Yeah.
like yeah, it's just a compromise.
Yeah,
know,
for
more
sure,
than
for
anything.
sure.
And I mean, it's my wedding, it's her wedding too.
For sure. So you feel like you're 100% invested in the way? Because I know some guys are like, dude, like, she wants to get married.
No, I try to be.
Okay,
like,
cool.
I'll give her feedback. We were looking at the venues. I told her I would look into the music.
Okay, cool.
So like I and she kind of gave me leeway with that.
Okay.
So like there were several bandas that we were looking at, and I told her, I was like, no, I want this banda. Like if
Oh,
they're
sure.
available, I want this banda. And she was like, okay, yeah.
And
Like,
they were available.
yeah.
That's
So
good,
we
bro.
booked them already. And
Se había un pinche, una fiesta, ¿no? Ahí,
Good, bro.
you guys
That's
want-
good.
for sure.
I'll tell you guys a location and date.
For sure.
Bro, but I think because
Off
we
the
we both experienced wedding planning.
Yeah.
It's
you
it's
guys
something
involved?
else, bro. You know what? For me on my end, it's kind of cute, bro. Like I was kind of more involved on the music.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I actually called a couple. My favorite banda has always been Banda Coincidos.
Okay.
So I'm like, how much can they charge in peso? That was my thing, bro. Like I have to get a good price
Yeah.
in peso, right? So I called them up and they were like, oh, they were nice about it. They were like, I was like, oh, mire, pues quiero una boda ahí en Cancún. They were like, okay. So they gave me a price. I don't know what the price was, but ultimately it was like $120,000.
Oh.
But they
bro.
gave it to me in peso. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
And then they were asking for security. They were asking for escort. Like they were asking for a lot of stuff. And I was like, okay, maybe I should just get to
Maybe.
like a local banda.
Yeah.
Which we ended up getting a pretty good banda.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was pretty
solid.
good. Actually, they're actually going with a Banda Recodo. They're traveling out through
touring,
Mexico.
touring,
They're
yeah.
touring with Banda
Shit,
Recodo.
That's dope.
And so I was doing that. We're kind of like, we looked at the venues together.
Mhm.
We got the venue because of him too. So he had gotten married in
Yeah,
Cancun.
I remember. You
And
guys
then
both,
he
right?
gave me a list of venues. And then we started looking into them one by one. And then, bro, one thing that I did notice that event coordinating, bro, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to charge us like at least 7,000, bro, just to coordinate the wedding.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
God, and this is like pesos.
That's something that like I've told my fiance too. Like she's very. I think she's like a very organized and very like I don't know how to explain it. She has a very good mind. Like things are very linear in her mind, so she can organize very well. And so I told her, I was like, maybe you should look into like wedding coordinating. And right now that we're like planning everything, we were like we've mentioned it a couple times. But like I said, she's in nursing school, like that, and that's
Yeah.
more of her like passion. But you know, that's something that's always on the table.
They're expensive,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah,
Like,
I can
they're
imagine.
dramatically.
That's what I was gonna
expensive.
ask you. Well, both of you is that obviously you guys only got married. It's a destination wedding. You guys didn't have the experience planning here, but as far as like how difficult it is to coordinate everything, you guys think it's more difficult to coordinate out there,
think-
or would it be?
I
easier
think he
local?
had it worse, bro, because it was COVID time.
Yeah.
I think he had it worse, bro, because every time he would tell me, I'd be like, God damn, how are you doing it, bro?
So okay, so I think in my for my experience, obviously destination weddings is a little bit more how would I say, difficult, just because I mean, if you have the money to be traveling back and forth, like, you know, it's gonna add up, right? So like for us, we had to find like our very what do you call it, our wedding coordinator, and trust her in ways, right? So we were like very back to back on the things we wanted to like ask her and stuff. I'm talking about as far as like the food. I mean, she basically did like a virtual tasting.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're just kind of hoping it's
You're
good,
just watching
right?
her eat.
Yeah, you're
Oh,
like,
this
I
one's
mean,
good.
it looks good, position looks good, but you know, it's just kind of one of those things that you're just hoping that it's good at the moment. But I think, I mean, how was the food? Did you remember how the food was?
Yeah, the food was really good.
Yeah, so I think we wanted. I mean, it was like a coastal thing, so it was near the beach, so we wanted to do that vibe. So it was like coconut shrimp and so on like that. But it was, I think, it was really good. With my wife, shout out to my wife. She's the one that I'm kind of didn't settle, right? So the coordinator gave us obviously set price, like, oh, this is what I have. But then my wife will go in and investigate on her behalf and call like local people, like, hey, how much are you charging for this? I'm like, dude, you charging this much? And then we'll tell like, hey, why are you charging us so much? And this local person's charging me like cheaper, like 3 times cheaper than yours. And then they'll be like, oh, it's like you're looking for someone. Like, yeah, we're looking for someone. We're not gonna just go based on what you tell us. So my wife did a lot of the homework, and I think that's where the reason why we kind of still saved a little bit more, because we weren't just set on like, oh, you know, that's fine. We basically had to do her the coordinator's job too. You know what I mean? Because I mean, she's obviously already, she's a coordinator, so she has her own vendors, right? She's gonna be like, oh, this is what we have. Exactly. So it's just one of those things. It's like, okay, you know what? Thank you for showing those, but we're still gonna do our homework and see if maybe we have another vendor that we like more of her style, and we're gonna call her in. So we did that with the flower grow, and I think the cake grow as well. And but other than that, the tables and everything, we did the coordinators, everything went well like that. But I think it's a pretty good process, especially choosing things. Like I know we had mentioned before in before the podcast started how the time flies, bro. So you're doing things and you're just like, oh my god, like it's around the corner. Like, oh, when you tell me like, oh, it's like November or December next year, well, that shit flies, bro.
I can imagine.
And it's like,
y luego, pues ahorita ya empezamos the negocio too.
Yeah,
and like, she's promoting her stuff more. She's had hers for a while.
Okay.
She's promoting it more right now because algo es algo, whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, it's going towards the wedding. So we're even more booked. Like
That's
yesterday,
good.
my girl was like stressed, and me too, bro. I was like, yesterday was a day.
That's
you
good,
know,
that's good. I mean,
from morning to night.
And then you had a podcast the next day. I'm like, damn, bro, where's your
well,
worst timing?
This morning, we woke up. We went to Costco. I went to go drop her off. I went to her house. We took her daughter to dance class.
Okay.
And then I went to go pick up tables and chairs while they were in dance.
Oh wow.
I went to go back to pick them up. Dropped her off. Went to go pick up the backdrop. Home, put everything away, and then it was time for the podcast.
Yeah, time
It's
flies, bro.
But honestly, it's very satisfying.
Yeah,
For sure.
like a purpose, right?
Yeah, like
Like a purpose
you know
of
what?
getting
I
up and
accomplished a lot today. Like,
yeah, I get
like
that.
it or not, like it sucks that I'm busy, but it's not. So far, it hasn't really taken away from like events like being with my family or anything like that. I think that's where like you have to kind of draw the line. You know,
For
like
sure.
oh, I can't go to this event because I have to go drop off stuff. Which obviously you're gonna have to make those sacrifices.
Yeah, of course, of
but
course.
as of now it hasn't gotten to there. And I mean, party supply or party rental stuff. Usually it's in the morning. So
Yeah.
in general, it's usually
Or the day
it shouldn't
before
be.
on Friday,
Yeah.
you could do that.
And luckily,
too.
I have people that can also help me out. Like my
good.
dad, está puesto. He's
Yeah,
told
yeah,
me,
that's good.
if you need me to go pick up tables and chairs, whatever, I could do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
My compadre actually, I baptized his ahijada. He helped me out I think it was last week because we had a drop off in a park, and then we had a party in Paris to go to, so I couldn't go pick him up. And I asked him, and he went. So I like. It's just those relationships.
Yeah,
that
for
can
sure.
help you out.
For sure.
Because if you're alone, it's
Yeah, bro, you could be going back.
Imagine.
Going back to the wedding planning, bro. I think we did the same thing with the whole. We had a coordinator within the venue.
Yeah.
And then we actually got somebody that we met when we went to the wedding. We met him, and he was doing a lot of the research, looking for prices for us. Trip out that we actually had sent him money to start booking a lot of the stuff. And I kept giving him a call, getting him a call, bro, y nada. I'm like, fuck. And then, bro, that was stressful, low key, because it was money. Money was there. So we would send money through like Western Union, but we would see that it was there because we would do it like digital.
Yeah.
And but he wouldn't pick it up. But I would
so
call
like
him.
no había
Yeah, no la había
sacado.
agarrado. Nah, I'm like, damn. So I was tripping until one day I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna call him because I would call him like randomly. A ver si contestaba. And then a lady answered and she's like, oh, like I'm sorry, I just got my dad's phone. He passed away about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm like, damn. So we thought we had like people set already.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the stuff. So we're like, damn. So good thing we were able to kind of go back and
Yeah.
kind of do more research, and we were able to get stuff. I think my goal was kind of like get more for the money. Like
Mhm.
if I could get a place where it's like unlimited alcohol, unlimited food, like then we're set because I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about like
Yeah.
now I have to get an extra vendor for the food. Now I
Yeah.
have, you know what I mean? So I think that was kind of like a setback from us. But yeah, I think it was an experience. I really enjoyed planning our wedding.
Yeah.
And I think one thing I do, because I even reached out to Gumby, another friend of ours. Like, I think going and getting a little bit of everybody
Yeah.
kind of helps you of like, okay, maybe I should do this. I didn't think about that. Maybe I should do that. Because Memo was very helpful with us on our wedding. It was,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I would have had a wedding there if it wasn't for
Yeah.
Memo or the other people that I had asked. But I don't know what's up with Memo. He's just playing my hair. I don't know. He talks about me going next to him, but yeah, bro. So I was gonna ask you. I was trying to get the information right now. There's a guy. He had a business called VIP Events. I don't know if you heard of the situation.
No.
He got arrested because he was collecting money for the events.
Uh-huh.
And some of those people ended up suing him because they paid for a certain service, but he never got the service for them.
So was it like a
It was like a
party rental
scam.
type
It was
of
like
business?
it was like
So-
a car rental and event planning.
Hmm. And
So
he was just
so
collecting all the
yeah,
deposits.
so he stole like thousands and thousands of money of just people just
Damn. Is that local? Then?
bro.
Is that
Yeah,
local?
that was in
I
LA
didn't-
recently, like
I'll look
maybe
into it.
a week ago, 2 weeks ago. He just
Pero like along with all the events that all the scams that he did, también hacía legit events.
yeah he had a company todo way.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's
so I
crazy.
was like, damn. So that's actually a big fear, bro. Because even Cancun,
No, yeah,
our
yeah.
thing with Cancun, it was. I mean, I don't know how trustworthy you were of this people, but I was like, dude, like, oh, wire me this amount of money. I'm like,
Yeah.
wire.
Yeah, it's a
Especially
lot
in
of
Y,
money.
y
though.
luego cuando vas al banco and you put in that wire and they're like, we are not responsible for
Yeah.
this wire transfer.
No, and also they tell you like they kept asking like why are you saying so much money
Oh,
over
yeah.
there?
Yeah.
We've been saying that because they have the track record and everything. Why are you sending money over there? What's going on? I'm like, oh, dude, I'm getting
getting
married.
married.
right?
But after you send the money, they make you sign paper saying like we're not responsible, like we're not gonna
Yeah.
go after your money.
No, y luego es Mexico. Like, so what are you gonna do? You're gonna fucking sue them? I mean, like, it's
Yeah,
difficult.
that's
Or
true.
I'm sure you could, but it's
Yeah,
not the
it's
same as
hard,
over
yeah,
here.
of course.
And even over here, you can get scammed. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
it's easy to get scammed over here. I feel like it would probably be
Anywhere,
That fear
dude.
is so much worse when it's another country. You know,
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
not like you could take an airplane real quick and go find the guy. you
That,
know?
I mean, that would
That was it,
that
that
was
crossed
the
your mind,
goal,
huh?
bro. That was the goal. We were supposed to go out there like at least 2-3 times.
Yeah,
But I don't know. We got too busy, bro, and then we work, and then
yeah.
my wife had just started at the time fiance. He just had started a new job,
Okay.
so we're just kind of limited to the time where we had
Yeah.
available. But yeah, bro, I think it's an experience. I
Well-
think I would do it all over again if I
Yeah.
had to do it.
No, well, I feel like we're really lucky that right now, with like TikTok and everything,
Yeah, that's true.
like things pop up. So like my fiance's For You page is just all wedding stuff. Same with Instagram. For You page is just all wedding stuff. So she's been able to look, like she found a place where she could find her dress. They would make it for her. It's from I'm not gonna say from where actually, nah, but way cheaper, like 3 times cheaper.
That's
so she
good,
went to LA to go try them on, like look at the fabrics and what she wanted, like to
Of course,
look
we're-
at what it looked like, you know, and then she sent it out to go get made already.
Oh, that's
So,
good. man.
Things like that, like and you have reviews of other people
Uh-huh.
that you can maybe
They go
you don't
based
know
on-
personally, but if you see 100 people reviewing this website and they're all saying, "Oh yeah, it's good, it's legit," or a company, then you can kind of
Feel more at
a little
ease.
more at ease. You know, there's still always that little fear, but it's the same thing anywhere else.
Is she planning to get it? How many weeks before? How to?
I think she already ordered it, and I think they said 8 weeks. So she's
Okay,
gonna
that's
have
good.
Yeah,
plenty
that's
of
good,
time.
bro.
That's
Yeah, the
good,
earlier
that's
the
good.
better, because
Yeah. I need to start looking into my suit and stuff.
Okay, so
Same
I was
thing.
gonna ask you that because me and Memo have this agreement with each other. All right. So I got 2 suits for my wedding.
One for the party and one,
One
for
for
the
the
ceremony?
one for the for the church and one
Yeah.
for the party. Right. He thinks that I overspend on my suit, which I
No,
don't.
pues cada quien.
No. I know. But okay, but I'm saying to you, as you like, are you like particular with your stuff, or you're just like, yes, I'm gonna do the suit, lo demás, todo lo demás sobra.
I think I haven't looked into it enough to like be like, oh, this suit's super nice quality. I mean, you could tell like how it feels on you and how it fits, obviously.
Uh-huh.
Pero para saber, oh, this is quality. Like, I'm gonna pay this much more. I'm not super picky with my stuff like that.
Mhm.
to like be going for like a brand necessarily.
Right.
But if I'm gonna spend money on my suit for my wedding, I think I would go with a little bit higher quality, even if I have to spend a little bit more. You know, so like.
But even then, bro, because I got a good quality suit, and when I took it to get tailored, they were like, "Oh, this is trash ass quality."
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you went to the Pacific también. Fucking,
No.
I mean, what do you expect? That's
No,
why I got-
actually, the
that's where I got
Pacific. I don't even think Pacific
That's where I
exists
got
anymore,
my.
bro.
That's where I got my suit, bro, and that's just still running hard.
So I got one from
Yeah.
Macy's, bro. It was like a discount. It was like $600, but I got a discounted price. So I paid like maybe $250. Something
That's still a
around there,
lot.
bro.
Well, God
he did-
damn,
see?
bro.
So I got it. So I'm like, bro, this is a steal. So I got it, way.
Yeah,
And I got it tailored. So at that place where I got it tailored,
they told you.
they sell suits. Like that's what they do. They sell suits.
Yeah.
But you know those suits that says like Italia or
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
how
but
legit
that's the
that
thing.
is
So I
también.
went in and I'm like, oh, can you tell? I was like, oh yeah, este material está como muy chafa. Like
Yeah.
nuestro material. I know they said that to sell me, but I still want, like, I still buy one from them.
Yeah.
But they were still like, oh, like no, todo lo de Macy's is chafa. Like I don't know. I'm like,
I have heard that though, that those department stores, like a lot of the stuff, like for when I was looking for an engagement ring, I talked to Gumby because he knows about that. And he también me dijo, he's like, don't buy it from Macy's. And that was where I was looking for like inspiration. But I did have in my mind, I was like, I'm probably not going to buy it here. So I have heard that about Macy's. But I love Macy's. That was my first credit card.
Oh, really?
Macy's. I love buying shit.
I used to get a lot of the clearance at Macy's.
Yeah,
bro.
también.
But
Es
I
que
don't
es
anymore.
más caro. That's
Now I
it.
just
But
do a
they
lot
have
of
nice stuff.
a lot of TikTok shop for me, bro.
Bro, I for a while, como un mes y medio, same thing. Everything would pop up on the TikTok shop, and I'd be like, "Fuck, let me
And
order."
it'd be good, bro.
Yeah, bro,
It's
I'm
good.
No,
surprised,
some of
like,
the stuff,
it's good,
no,
bro.
no, is it que
Yeah.
like they put this fucking figure con esa shirt, and you're like, okay, I want to look like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Y
look
viene
like
that.
y
Dudes
está
are
toda
rich.
bien, yeah, bro.
Yeah. Oh.
¿Dónde puedo comprar ese cuerpo?
El Omar, what he has is, if he sees something like of a guy, he thinks he's gonna look the same. It does not look. He wanted to do this cowboy shit. He got this guy like, oh look, bro, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm like, fool, you just saying that because you see how that guy looks. I'm sorry right now. You are not gonna look like that, fool. So if you're saying it because
No,
of
that was
way,
it. No, I told them because I had a roommate.
Yeah.
And they were really into horses. They had horses, and they would compete in like caramuzas type of horses thing. So I saw videos of like doing a photo shoot with their wedding stuff in a horse.
Yeah,
So I told him like, hey bro, like this looks really nice, but I think I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
But then no, you're not gonna look like that, bro. Whatever you look, it's not gonna look like you already know Memo. Way.
no, but it's true.
But then,
fool.
but you know
Yeah.
what? We
That's
ended up not getting
that's how they get
we
you
ended up not
Yeah,
going
that's
through
why
the horse.
he
So like,
didn't buy it, dude.
but you know what? I will say this, bro. The one clothes I've been buying lately from, and it's like fucking like good quality, and I don't regret. Like it fits me good. It's Costco, bro.
Costco has
I've been buying everything. Costco's whatever you need, they have it.
button ups, all that.
Everything,
That's
bro.
everything.
Well, Adrian,
Yes,
sorry,
sir.
cut it short, bro, because I know you gotta,
No worries.
go.
Back
I really
quick.
want to, I really want to thank you for taking the time, bro, and coming here. I know, bro, I'm telling you, we could just stay here and talk, but
Yeah.
that's why we started the podcast, bro. Because, bro, sometimes we'll sit down and just talk for hours.
Yeah.
But I do want to thank you for coming and
Taking the time.
Thank you
taking the
guys for
time
having
to
me.
come in and sitting down with us. We wish you nothing but the best, bro. I hope your business does succeed in many ways.
Appreciate it.
And if you ever need to promotion or anything,
Just know, man.
Yeah.
the podcast is open for you. Anytime you want to come
Appreciate it.
chop it up over here. It doesn't have to be about
Even
business,
if
bro.
you have experience,
yeah, whatever.
It could, but, you could come back and talk about your wedding, bro.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
give advice to the people that are planning weddings. Because
Yeah, for
trust me,
sure.
bro, you feel like a veterano after you plan. After the wedding,
Yeah,
you're
you're
like, you
fucking-
feel like a veterano on
Oh,
wedding planning, bro.
For sure. And I want you to make sure you plug in your
Yeah.
IG for you and
Yeah.
your wife and your fiance.
So again, it's for mine. It's gonna be APM Rentals. So that's tables, chairs, canopies, all of that. We have the big steel canopies. We also have pop-up canopies. I didn't
Okay.
mention that. 10 by 20 también. Nomás que son más bajitas, ¿verdad?
Mm-hmm.
And my girls is gonna be blooming ever after. She does ramos. I know, for Halloween, your spooky bouquets, all of that. Let her know.
Oh, nice.
And she does also backdrops and balloon garlands. So
Perfect. So
thank you guys for having me. I
Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
thank you,
Make sure
bro.
you guys follow him.
Yeah.
Subscribe to his Instagram.
Thank
I
you.
will post it here. Link in bio. We'll catch you guys into the next. Remember, every Wednesday at 9 a.m.
I don't know what you said, but peace.